Well, good afternoon, folks. This is Granny with Granny and Grumpy's Homestead. And today is Thursday, and we have the Diabetes Undone Program this evening. We're approaching, this is our next, well, it's the third from the last one. We have next week, and then we have that Sabbath afterwards, and we'll be finished. So today we're making a recipe called, and I will put it at the end, called Kenyan beans and rice. And I have already started the brown basmati rice on the stove, and it smells wonderful in here. Brown, if you've never had brown basmati, you are missing it. It's the best, in my opinion, it's the best rice there is on earth is brown basmati. Okay, so we have to have that, and then it says a quarter of a cup. Now we're going to only double this one because I'm not sure if between now and the weekend if I have time to eat all of this up. And so I don't want to make an overload of it and not be able to, and it go to waste. So because I know there won't be enough people to eat twice, but it'll give Bob and me both a meal. And then Dr. Chaparro always likes to take some with him too. So a quarter of a cup of vegetable broth, which I have to get out of the cupboard yet. A clove of garlic. So we've got garlic right here. I do not like peeling garlic, so I buy it like this. A small onion. So we've got a couple onions here. Well, I thought there was 3, but I only see 2 at the moment. Okay, so there is 2 to 3 teaspoons of curry powder. Let me get that real quick. I'm also going to get the vegetable broth real quick out of the pantry. Let's see. We've got organic vegetable broth, and then we've got we have our curry here. Okay, we have 2 to 3 teaspoons of curry powder, which means we're going to have 4 to 6 teaspoons. 2 small onions, a couple cloves of garlic, half a cup of vegetable broth, and then our rice. And then we're to have 1 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes, which is this, and we're supposed to reserve the juice on it. So you're going to strain it, drain it out, and then keep hold of it because they're going to have it down here in the end. Then we have 2 15-ounce cans, which this is that type of can. We need 2 kidney beans. I got the dark red ones because that's what they had. So we've got 4 cans of those. And then we've got 1 13.5-ounce can of light coconut oil, coconut milk. I didn't get light because I don't think that's necessary for this recipe. So I just got the regular because truthfully, I don't know where you would even buy that. So then salt to taste. So it says cook your basmati rice according to the package instructions. In a pot over medium heat, saute the garlic and the onions and the vegetable broth until the onions are translucent. Add more water or broth if needed. And so after you get that all done, then you're going to add your 2 teaspoons or 3 teaspoons of curry powder and stir. Then you will add the tomatoes with juice and simmer for about 10 minutes. And then you'll add the coconut milk and simmer for that for 10 minutes. And then taste the mixture and add more curry powder to your liking. And then after you've got to that far, then you can add your kidney beans, and then you'll just simmer it for 15 to 20 minutes. You'll salt it to taste. And then when you're ready to eat it, you serve it over the rice. So let's get started. All right. We will open up our vegetable broth real quick. And I'm going to go over to the stove. Now I'm going to put this in my great big, I can't remember what you call it, ceramic cast iron pot. I'm going to do it in that. So I'm going to have to take all this stuff over here to take the lids off. So I'll turn the camera in just a minute. Now, what I'm going to do real quickly is I'm going to go ahead and cut these onions up real quick. Let me get my cutting board. Okay. Oh, having trouble getting it open. Okay. And we're going to put twice what they asked for because I believe in a lot of garlic. It makes food taste better. All right. Okay, let's go put them over in the pot. Okay, so what we're doing is we're going to pour in this much of the vegetable broth, and we'll turn it on, and then we're going to saute that in there until everything turns translucent. So everything's getting pretty good and done. You know, starting to get there. It is over here. You can smell the onions in the steam coming off of the mixture as it's starting to boil. Now you can smell the onions and the garlic in it. Oh, it smells wonderful. Okay. Okay. All right, everything is translucent. So our next thing to do is to put that right there, is to put in our tomatoes with the salt, with the juice in it. All right. And then it says, put in 2 teaspoons of coriander powder and stir. And we're going to simmer this for about 10 minutes. So remember, we were going to have 2 to 3 teaspoons of curry powder. So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of curry powder in it. And then we'll stir it around. Okay. All right. Got that done. Now let's stir. Now it'll get to where it's boiling again soon. Let's put our, well, we'll just leave it there. It'll start boiling in a few minutes, and then I need this light on. And then once it is boiling, we'll let it simmer for a little bit. It says 10 minutes at least. And then we will put in our beans. And then after that, we'll put in our coconut milk. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes. So we're going to stir it a bit. It smells really good. I gotta tell y'all, this smells delicious. Now the next thing we're going to put in is we're going to put in 4 cans of beans. Now the reason why we are using beans that have already been cooked is because in the Diabetes Undone program, what they're trying to do is to help people who have a busy lifestyle be able to do this in a relatively good timing, because it takes a while to cook beans. It doesn't take as long if you have an Instapot. But if you don't have an Instapot or a regular old pressure cooker, then it takes a little while. All right. One more can and we'll be finished with the beans. And they want you to be able to access as much as you can so that you can cook food, you know, for the diabetes that a person has. So, all right. Spoon. Let's stir this in here. All right. Now we are going to put in our coconut milk. Actually, let's let this cook. I think we were supposed to let this simmer next as well for 10 minutes. So that's what we'll do. We will let it simmer for 10 minutes and we'll be back in 10 minutes then. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and put this in. All right. Then let's stir. Now I'm actually going to get a spoon and taste the liquid and see if it is salty enough. All right. I think we need some more salt. And personally, I think the curry is too strong in it, but it is what they recommended, so we'll hope that everybody else likes it. It's just a little bit, got a little bit too much heat in it for me. It's burning my throat. Well, I can't seem to find my salt. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's stir it. And let me get another spoon. see if we can see if it's salty enough still. I think it's too much liquid. Just way too much liquid. Let's see if it's salty enough now. Much better. Much, much better. Yes, now that tastes a lot better. So I have been letting this cook some, our main dish. And so you can see what it looks like. In fact, I'm going to lower that to low. And then I did end up making a second pot of rice, which is almost finished. It's not quite, but it's almost. I'm pretty tired today. It's been a long, long week. I may just sit down while I say my goodbye. I had actually made a really good goodbye a few minutes ago, and to discover that I had not turned my mic back on. So that didn't help any. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day. And remember, we love you. But more than us loving you, Jesus loves you. And He loves you with an everlasting love. And we hope you have a good night's rest, a good evening. And remember, if you like what you see, press the like button, subscribe, share our videos with other people, and also make comments. We love comments. So we will see you tomorrow, and we'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.